Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're still talking about Peter Obi visit to Jos. There were different scenes in his visit. As usual, when he arrived at Jos, the first place of visit was to the palace of the traditional ruler of the state. Normally, that's what he does. We are familiar with that. And when he went there, something very interesting happened there, which you're going to see in a jiffy. I'll give you full details of this, and you listen to what actually transpired between Peter Obi and the traditional ruler of the state. And also, in a related development, you're going to see an old woman who, at first, she lied down on the ground to pray for Peter Obi, but after a while, she had to stand, took her time, to pray serious prayer for him. And it didn't just end the rate at which older and younger people suspended their own personal activity to paint the whole city with Peter Obi was something most attractive. You're going to see all of this in a GP. But first of all, let's look at what transpired in the traditional palace of one of the rulers, or traditional rulers in Plateau State. Now, according to the news, on Friday, the Labour Party presidential aspirant Peter Gregory Obi and his running mate touched down in Plateau State in continuation of their presidential rally. However, they conducted some visitation in the state before heading to Wang Pam Stadium in Jos for the rally. One of the assignments they carried out was visiting the palace of a traditional ruler in the state. In a video that was shared online from their visit to the king after Obi and Dati had been introduced, it was time for the king to speak. Obi, who was the closest to the microphone, quickly stood up and handed over the microphone to him. After the act, the king's reaction was what made everyone in the palace burst into spontaneous laughter. The king said, "I hope you are not also campaigning by handing over the microphone to me." Replying to the king, Peter Obi said, "I am just showing the trait of obedience." And the bold statement triggered huge response as he gave the king the microphone. Let me allow you to watch the video for yourself, and we'll be back to show you some other scenes that took place in Jos Plateau.
Presidential candidate of the Labour Party for the constitution delivered on behalf of yourself and your campaign team. This on this note, I want to request the permission of His Majesty to respond on behalf of the Plateau State Traditional Council of State and Area and the entire people present here. Your Majesty, sir. I hope you are not campaigning to be my king. The presidential candidate of the General Labour Party and the vice presidential candidate.
All right, welcome back. Now it's time for us to just share a more scene that took place in the rally, and it has to do with this old woman who took out time to pray with her Catholic accessories to pray for the person of Peter Obi. Just listen to it, and we'll be back.
Amen. Our pleasure, mother, come and take one. Amen.
let's digress from Peter Obi visit to just straight to what Amoyele Sowore said about Bola Ahmed Tinubu in a meeting that was convened today in Abuja with the National Peace Committee. He caught Tinubu doing the thing he loves doing most, especially when he is in a meeting like this. And a lot of people have reacted to it. But first of all, let me just read the tweet of Omoyele Sowore, who is a presidential candidate of the AAC. He says here, we just returned from a meeting of party leaders to presidential candidate with the National Peace Committee in Abuja. The presidential candidate of the official APCNG at official BAT slept throughout the meeting. He didn't say a word. His party chair spoke on his behalf. And guess what? This has triggered a lot of reaction. You can see the picture there. As usual, Baba was taking a nap. We really understand this. I personally, I do understand a man of his age is sure to sleep anytime, any day. Why? Because he's of age, and being of this age, it's expected of him to sleep. But then the responsibility of presidency does not lead a sleeping old man. Yes, that's the truth. The responsibility that lies ahead of us. That's why I'm so shocked when I see young people who are supporting this cause. Because as much as we respect Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he's a superb guy. He would have done so well 20 years ago. But right now, he is too old to stand the responsibility of caring for 200 million people. Do you understand what this means? Many greedy people are out there and looking for opportunity to make decisions that will push this country into a big gallows, and for them it's okay. That's why they want a sleeping president that wouldn't have time to peruse through a lot of document that will require his signature and all of that. So for me, it's really out of place for any young man to support APC in this regard. Now somebody here got angry with what he said. He said, in any is anything wrong in sleeping again? I doubt if at his age you can keep alert as much as he does now. I think the only problem is that he's sleeping at the wrong place. So he's sleeping at the wrong place. He would have been at his home and sleep there. Nobody would disturb him. As far as I'm concerned, if someone like Olusegun Obasanjo is sleeping in his house right now, nobody would disturb him because he's not going for any key, position in Nigeria. But for a presidential aspirant who is expected to be awake in this kind of season, sleeping, then there's a lot of question sign there. Someone here says, "What are you saying, bro? The only reason he complained was because he was sleeping in the wrong place." So Ore never said sleeping is bad. Of course, nobody said that sleeping is bad, but sleeping in the wrong place is not too good. Did Sowore complain of official Bart sleeping in his bedroom? Sometimes it's annoying the way you guys respond to tweet, even though you know what you tweeted makes no sense. I mean, this is enough, and that's why if you notice, most often whenever he is around talking about Tinubu, he's making a statement. You notice that everybody is uneasy. All those standing on the podium with him, they are so uneasy. Why? Because they know anything can come out from it. But well, that I would like to leave this one. Let's just go back. You know, let's go back straight to Peter Obi. Some other events that took place when he was visiting